The World Health Organization has declared a swine flu pandemic as the disease continues to spread around the world. Globally, the number of known infections has climbed to close to 30,000, with more than 140 deaths.
The U.S. government is calling the coronavirus outbreak a public health emergency.
The World Health Organization has named it one of the top 10 health threats facing humanity in 2019. Vaccine hesitancy. It is the reluctance or refusal to vaccinate.
Concerns this morning after the first measles death in this country in more than a decade.
Of the 183 kids who died from the flu last season, 80% were unvaccinated.
The World Health Organization says misinformation like this is the reason almost 10 million people contracted measles last year.
Hello, my name is Dr. Everard Stone. I am a scientist that specializes in testing cures for potential diseases. Now, in the laboratory, we normally get cures for or treatments for various types of diseases. Some of them are quite easy to cure, and some of them we can only treat, and some of them we can't even cure or treat at all. But in all my years of my work, I never expected something as old and ancient as measles to come back from the brink. Anti-vaxxers, what fools. Do they not realize what they have just brought back? When the measles broke out, they hospitalized several people, like proportions we never thought would come again, not since 1800s, 1900s. My son being one of them. Look at his picture. He just wanted to be a marine biologist. This cycle of misinformation is why stuff like measles and the flu are coming, and they're coming hard. So I'm going to prove those anti-vaxxer pricks wrong. I'm going to make a whole new cure, a new vaccine that will cure any type of disease. And I will not rest. I will not even so much as use the bathroom until I come to a conclusion. It's what humanity needs. I will save the world like I wasn't able to save my son. So with that said, let's get started. Experimentation has begun 1 week ago, but it still leads to nowhere. I don't know what to do. Further progress has been made now that I have a small team of scientists and fellow peers that share the cause of helping cure any disease, and most importantly, curing misinformation. Oh, we're getting somewhere, people. We are getting somewhere. We call ourselves the Society of Higher Minds. With our combined intellect and determination, our cure is getting closer and closer. Right now, we've all just mixing certain simple diseases like flu and measles. Further testing is about to commence. After weeks of research, we were able to conduct and create a new type of vaccine that cures 2 notorious diseases out of the 8 that we have tested. Looky here. Oh, I can tell we're getting somewhere. We are getting somewhere, people. Hear that, son? We're getting somewhere. This is a photograph from one of our Higher Minds members. We now, as of now, have 4 diseases cured. 4 diseases. I need some coffee. Some of our members in the Society of Higher Minds have disagreed with our methods and our goal, and some of them have even dared so much as to quit. But no matter, this is only a minor setback. We are still only at 6 diseases, and we're still working as hard as we can. We're just gonna have to terminate a couple assets. All right, now that some defectors have mysteriously disappeared, everyone is now on board in working with us. We can finally get back on track, people. Holy sh! We are at 7 diseases now. Excuse me, 7 diseases. I can feel it. We're almost there. Oh God, we are almost there! Guess what? We've finally done it. 8 diseases. We're going to start on human trials now. Tomorrow, we're going to bring in our first test subject. I will now be giving him the new cure. Now we're going to test him with other diseases.
Day 56. Test subject has shown to have a lot of immunity to both measles and flu. Must investigate further with new disease. Hold him down! Test subject has shown to be immune to all 8 diseases. Oh my god, this is such a breakthrough. Yet, he seems to be unresponsive for the past few weeks. He doesn't seem to speak nor eat. Although, further testing has shown that his vitals seem normal. Must investigate further. Day 72. Subject is still unresponsive to any types of communication or food. Some of our guys have tried to hit him a little, and some of them even tried to shock him, but to no response. His vitals still seem normal. I have a feeling that we're going to have to move location, because who knows what's going to happen next. Test subject, we're going to try again.
Day 92. Subject has been unresponsive, but at the same time, he's gotten so dangerous that we've decided to change locations. So we've put him more in an isolated, undisclosed area. We're going to have security check on him right now. All right, go on. What the hell is that?
Chhay reporting live from Oak Grove, California. Recent reports from local law enforcement have shown that people have suddenly dropped dead. Unconfirmed sightings have shown that a young Asian male supposedly made physical contact with them directly prior to the death. Autopsies show that numerous strains of viruses have been found in their swollen arteries in their lungs and brain, leading to acute giant cell arteritis, leading to what appears to be instant death. Medical professionals are currently baffled. Get back! Hey, get back!
Police and military are taking action to apprehend this monster. Several sightings of him have been reported on the West Coast, but failure to capture him has occurred. Today we have a special interview with former Society of Higher Minds member John Shelley. Yes, I was a former member of the Society of Higher Minds, and I actually worked alongside Dr. Everard Stone himself. We genuinely thought that we were trying to do a good thing, and I had that same goal with him too, at least until one of my colleagues mysteriously quit, like what Dr. Stone would say. God, what a mad Here's the thing about the disease. When we conducted a separate study, we learned that it could have potential carriers. So that means that when someone would be touched by someone who was sick with that disease, they would still stay alive, but they would also be able to spread their disease to other people. It's in them, and they can spread it around whenever they want. So as long as that monster stays alive, who knows how many like him will pop up from around the world. That's why we have to find him and eradicate him as soon as we can. What would you say to Dr. Everard Stone now, if he was still alive? Damn you. You have doomed this world.
Have enough food and water supplies for sheltering for 1 to 2 weeks.
The world is now in disarray as multiple other carriers have popped up from around the world, including all the United States, Canada, and even Europe. If you spot a carrier like this in your territory, please stay indoors. The world is left in disarray as the amount of carriers now outnumber the amount of people left. Military tactics have proven to be ineffective against these carriers. Who knows what will happen to the world now? World governments are in a mad scramble to control their populations, as not only the carriers have become a threat, but also various riots.
Martial law has been declared in 28 nations, including the US and Canada.
Those who aren't killed by the virus will probably die in the fighting. So maybe this is it. This is how it ends.